Would you please tell me a little bit about the successes and the development of RealD 3D in Russia since that time?
Well, start with saying that Russia is one of our key markets that we're focusing on, and we've made a lot. The team in Russia, we opened up an office last year.
The key market. Why do you think Russia is key market?
Because the Russian audience really likes 3D films, and it's a market, a new market for RealD. A clear market. It's a new market. Yes.
A new market.
New market. Russia, China, and Latin America. Those are the three markets that we're focusing on right now. But we've had great success in the last year. We had probably 50 screens when we were here last year, and we have over 200 now. We expect to have probably 500 within the next year installed, so very, very rapid growth. The reason for that, I believe, is because we have the best 3D experience. We've focused all of our energy on just perfecting the visual image and making it as bright and as comfortable as possible.
So, have you heard any reviews of the studios after they started using precision widescreen, and what are the results of adapting this technology?
We introduced it to the market back in March at a trade show called CinemaCon in Las Vegas, and it's pretty much universally been praised. Many of the directors and studios are now using it because it is a considerable improvement over the technology in the past, and it's just another example of the things we'll see over the next couple, 3 years that will just make the experience better. Probably the next big thing that's happening is laser. You've probably heard of laser technology, so we've been working on that. Again, it's really just about making the image brighter, making it as clear and precise as possible.
How would you describe the Lux technology by RealD, the new brand that you've been introducing, and the new industrial standard for screening?
Lux is a standard for the best cinema experience that you can have. Because there are so many ways to view an image now, watch a movie, your tablet, your home screen, the out-of-home, the cinema experience has to be something fantastic. So we've been working with exhibitors to create a set of standards that exhibitors have to adhere to. Big screen, big sound, bright image, comfortable seats. It's the best experience that you can have outside of the home in watching a film. That was the goal.
Mm-hmm. Is it possible to say that the Lux technology in complex with PLF technology is actually a new brand standard?
It's a new standard, that's right. Yeah. A new cinema experience standard.
Okay. And are there any specific technical requirements to shoot the movie that later will be shown in Lux format?
Yeah. Over the next couple years, we expect that the Lux brand will continue to evolve and get better, just like RealD technology, and we'll be introducing new technologies into the marketplace that will constantly improve the experience. Most recently tonight, we're showing our precision widescreen that is new to the Russian market, is new to our company, and it's just another example of just a fantastic image. Even brightness across the screen, and a very, very bright and clear image.
Mm-hmm. So RealD was a big discovery for Russian market, and well, let's say that it's now established itself as a great brand and has been popular both from the audience's view and maybe commercially successful, right? So, and I would like to ask, first of all, how do you think about the brand recognition in Russia, maybe in comparison with IMAX, is it recognized well enough?
Well, I think we're new to the Russian market, and we will continue to work on branding. I think the advantage, when you have a good product, that's the most important thing. And then over time, we expect when people come and see a movie in RealD that they'll tell their friends, and we'll establish a brand that means something that people will search out. Again, we've only been here a year, so we have work to do, but I think over the next couple of years, given the footprint of theaters that we're going to have in combination with the great movies that are coming out in RealD, that the audience is going to be searching out RealD and will be excited about seeing a movie on our platform. Usually we see both, or we see RealD around the world, but we're new to Russia. I think most of the posters now have RealD on them. If they don't, we should find out about it.
This happens out.
I mean, this is pretty standard.
What would you say about the future for RealD in Russia and its potential and development?
Well, we expect, just like we have approaching 25,000 screens in 75 countries now. And in most of the countries that we've gone into, we are the dominant provider of visual technology and 3D technology. And I would hope and expect that over the next couple of years that the same will be in Russia, that RealD will be the dominant provider of 3D.
And RealD, as far as I know, works not only in the cinemas, but in the house, right? The house movies.
We license our technology to all types of displays, movie screens, tablets, televisions. Our goal is to just make the image better in all of those markets.
Okay. And when do you think this is going to be really the, mass happening events that 3D will be in each house and will be used in every house technology?
I think outside of the cinema, our view is that the glasses probably need to go away. The technology has to be glasses free, and we've been working on that for years. And I would expect over the next 2 to 3 years we'll start to see that brought into the consumer market. And once that happens, I think you'll see wide adoption of 3D outside of the cinema.
Would you please tell us some of your partners in this sphere?
We work with most of the major TV manufacturers, either in providing eyewear, format technologies. We work with game companies. So we have a lot of different partners, just like we have directors that we work with, exhibitors. This is a business that you have to partner. Otherwise, you just you can't accomplish a lot without partners.
So today, lots of people say that some of us are not that happy with this 3D movies, and that the whole idea is not maybe that well, because it's really difficult to perceive the 3D image the way that you should, right? And maybe this is because some of the directors don't understand the technology right, and they don't work with it in the right way. For example, this was James Cameron said once or twice, right? What do you think about this? So do you think that the directors put in a lot into the 3D perception?
I think it's like most relatively new technologies. In the hands of a experienced and talented director, this is an extraordinary experience. We've all seen the movies that we thought were well done in 3D, Life of Pi, Great Gatsby, Stalingrad, yes. Gravity, Hugo, Avatar. Those films are phenomenally made in 3D. So when 3D is done right, it's an amazing experience. There have been cases where maybe the director didn't spend the time and the energy to really design and understand the technology, and many of the same things happen with sound and color. Color films took a long time to really become a standard. Some of them were really well
became
done.
An art.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, right. It's a combination of mixing art with science, and some people do it better than others. But I would expect over the long term that this is a fundamental change in how we experience a visual image, and it makes sense that over time I want that image to be more like life, right? More real and lifelike. And so I think we have to be patient, but we have to also work very hard to continually try to improve this image and this technology as much as we can.
Can you please tell us a bit about your work with James Cameron and his attitude to RealD 3D?
So when I started the company, Jim was probably the only director at the time that was working on developing 3D technology and learning how to use technology for Avatar. He actually started right after Titanic, so there was a fairly long time period that he spent really understanding it, and I had the good fortune to spend a lot of time with him as we were building our company. Jim actually was on our board for 3 years. He's now working on Avatar 2 and 3, and he'll be doing that in New Zealand. He was a big influence on certainly on our company, and also has been great for the overall 3D business. And personally, Avatar 2 and 3 can't come soon enough.
So I hope you've already seen the Stalingrad movie, and I would like to hear your impression of the movie itself and of your work with Father Bondarchuk.
Yeah.
Also about maybe the technology and the level of the technology that was used.
So Stalingrad is an example of a film done really well in RealD and 3D, and an example of a director who really did his homework, spent the time thinking about how he was going to bring together the art and the science of this film. I think the subject matter also really lends itself to the use of 3D technology, because when 3D is done right, it can transport you to that place and make you feel like you're part of it, and bring down that wall between the customer or the viewer and the director. I've had the benefit of spending quite a bit of time with Fedor and watched his process, and so I'm very excited to be at the premiere tonight and see his art realized using our technology.